Hi everyone, this is Bev, Clarkovision, and I'm just on to do a quick video. Well, I don't even know why I say quick, but anyway, we'll just leave it there. I just felt like doing this. Yes, it's Iron Maiden. However, it's not gonna be like my review or anything on the new album, because there's tons of them out there. And again, it's still a bit early for me. I want to give it some more time before I come back on that. I might, I don't know, near Christmas or something, do a kind of my thoughts or something. I don't know, or maybe I'll tag it into my end of year stuff. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, what I thought I would just do for the sake of no other reason except just for the sake of it, I guess. I kind of felt inspired to do just like a show and tell kind of thing of my Iron Maiden collection. Now for me, believe it or not, I'm actually a little bit later to the party than you might think with Iron Maiden. My entry point into Iron Maiden was 1988. And it was basically down to Can I Play With Madness being in the national UK charts. It actually did pretty well. And obviously, when you get into the national charts, especially if you're a heavy metal band, it's quite a big deal in the UK because it hardly ever happens. Well, it never happens anymore, but it didn't happen too often back in the day. But it happened a blooming sight more then than what it does now, if that makes any sense. But anyway, so Can I Play With Madness was basically the first kind of song that I took note of with Iron Maiden. I was aware of them, and it was an age thing as well. I was discovering rock and metal at that time. Hysteria was all over the world at that point, and there was, lots of other bands around. There was Europe, Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, and all these guys out there as well. So, but that's really it with Iron Maiden. I like that song, but I didn't get into them then. It was a lot later, because at that time I felt Iron Maiden were a bit too heavy for me at the time. They were faster and heavier, more metal sounding, obviously, than some of the kind of rock bands, if you like. So that was it for a long time. And the next kind of track from Iron Maiden that stood out for some reason was Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter, which was 1991 of all years. Which was pretty much the worst year of my life regarding music, that's for sure. It was a dark time, and the 90s was, particularly the early 90s, was music was really not a good thing for me at that time. So for some reason, I guess Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter must have made the charts or something. I can't even remember. I think it did. So that was another one. And I thought there was a bit of a quirky sound to that tune. However, my whole music interest kind of waned. I fell out of love with music, and it was really, again, it was down to Iron Maiden that really got the spark going for me, and that wasn't until A Matter of Life and Death. And it was then I bought the Matter of Life and Death CD, and that basically kick-started my interest in music again, and particularly I took a bigger interest in Iron Maiden, and since then I started collecting all their stuff, and so here we are today. Right now, Iron Maiden, they've grown to be kind of like one of my favourite bands. They are my favourite British band, that's for sure. Just think they're fantastic. So I thought I would just pull out the collection and show you everything I've got, including, well, let's start with this, shall we? So I've got Senjutsu last week on release day, and this is the book edition, which is cool, obviously. And when I got that, saw a few other people showing it as well, I kind of was inspired to just maybe see what else I could find regarding Iron Maiden. So I jumped on to Amazon on, it was probably Saturday night, I think. Yeah, I think Saturday night. And I happened to notice a few things had dropped in price. Not everything, but I'd noticed one or two things had dropped in price that I was interested in. So I picked up, how many things did I ordered 4 Iron Maiden things off Amazon, that were all at much lower prices. And so I now have the Book of Souls live chapter, because I didn't have this one, and again I went for the book edition, which has the discs there obviously, and you know, this is obviously from the Book of Souls tour in 2017, and it has some cool tracks on here, Wrath, Children of the Damned, you know, it's got some stuff from the Book of Souls, The Red and the Black, The Great Unknown, etc. So yeah, I hadn't got that, so it's another edition. I ordered this as well because this was on my wants list. I've never got around to getting this, and I was hoping to get the vinyl, but I wasn't sure if I wanted the picture disc version, so I just opted for the CD because that had dropped in price. This is a 2013 reissue, and when I took the shrink off, I accidentally tore the hype sticker a little bit because it was on the shrink, so that's why that's like that. So you get, this is the 2013 remaster, and this apparently has, according to the hype sticker, 3 previously unreleased encores, which are Run to the Hills, Running Free and Sanctuary. So there we have it. Brilliant colour picture CDs rather. So you've got the 2 classic Eddies from this release. So made in England, and the Book of Souls live. And I couldn't resist when I saw everybody else showing the records. I was really impressed with the presentation of it, and the triple gatefold artwork. This on the inside, absolutely phenomenal, obviously, you know, so I just loved that. And believe it or not, Amazon had knocked £10 off the price. Now this one is the hype sticker says exclusive to Amazon, but it's not actually exclusive to Amazon. It's exclusive to selected retailers around the world, and Amazon just happens to be one of them. But this is the black and silver marbled edition. And I thought, okay, it's down from 60 to 50. I'll go for it. Because I thought if I had bought this for 40, you know, £40 was the price of the black vinyl. And I'm thinking, imagine if I'd bought it for Nuclear Blast, I'd be paying about a tenner in postage. So that would be 50. So I just, and obviously this Amazon Prime, there wasn't going to be any postage. So although it's still a lot of money, and I really wasn't super happy about the price, I've went for it. So this is the black and the silver with black marbling through it. So again, beautiful records. They all seem to be lovely. So yeah, I want to get a few listens in this way as well. And again, you know, I'm amazed at the lovely presentation of it, obviously, but still, I still don't think it needs to be the price that it is. So yeah, And I figured, well, it's Iron Maiden. Their stuff skyrockets when it gets sold out, or is hard to find. So that was the third thing I bought off Amazon, and the fourth thing, again, I decided to go for this Legacy of the Beast live in Mexico, which came out in last year, 2020. This is the black vinyl edition. This was about £32. And again, it's the same quality presentation, obviously. You've got lovely inner sleeves as well. I won't get the record out. But again, I just love the artwork that accompanies this. I love this area as well, actually. So there we have it. And obviously, I really enjoy this live album. I like the tracks that they've picked out from it as well. So that's these two. So that's what I picked up off Amazon in my most recent spree, and the rest of my collection consists of right, I have a cassette. I've got one cassette, and it is a real live one, which is from 1993. I have two 7-inch singles. The Clairvoyant, which is an original press from 1988. Was this 88? Yes, it was. Of course it was. And Can I Play With Madness from 88. But this is the reissue. This one. Have a 12-inch single of Can I Play With Madness. Again, this is an original pressing. And Can I Play With Madness happens to be a song I really like. It kind of, as I say, it was that kind of eye-opener song for me, and I liked the song at the time. And because it kind of was the first song I really took notice of at Iron Maiden properly, it kind of holds some special memories in a way. So that is that, which is why I've got these versions of that particular song. I also have, and this is the only CD I have from the set, the first 10 years set, Can I Play With Madness and The Evil That Men Do. Now, the rest of the CDs, I also have Live After Death, but this is not an Eddie spine, this is a standard spine, and I also saw a promotional copy as well. Now we've got the 98 remasters. We have Iron Maiden, Killers, The Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind, and Power Sling, and Somewhere in Time, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Obviously, there's a back. What is this one called? No Prayer for the Dying. And Fear of the Dark. Then after that we have Brave New World, A Matter of Life and Death. This was the first Iron Maiden CD I ever bought. As I say, back in 2006. This basically reignited my interest in music and heavy metal in particular. Then I have the kind of compilation, Somewhere Back in Time. This is one of my favourite pieces of artwork. Love it to bits. We have the Flight 666 CD. I've just remembered I forgot to dig out my DVDs. So I'll just tell you what I've got with them at the end, if I remember. The Final Frontier, have En Vivo. I don't have the complete catalogue on all on one format. I've got pretty much most of their albums, but they're kind of a cross between vinyl and CD. It's another live one which I love to bits. And the Book of Souls, the 2-disc album. And I have this one. This is what I pre-ordered when this was being released last year as well, The Legacy of the Beast. I ordered the CD book version again. Absolutely superb stuff. Again, I just absolutely adore the artwork. They should have had that on the inside of the vinyl as well for that one. That would have been cool. But anyway, so yeah, that means that I've kind of got 3 of these book style ones now. That's them all there. And then that just leaves the vinyl, the rest of the vinyl I've got to show now. While I remember the DVD, so I've got Flight 666 the DVD, I've got En Vivo the DVD or the Blu-ray. I've got Iron Maiden the early years, the first one of those. And is that it regarding DVDs? I don't have a lot. I think that's it. So there's the 3 of those, excuse me. Now for the vinyl that I have. This is the 2012 reissue when Iron Maiden did the picture disc series. So this is Peace of Mind. It comes in a gatefold as well, and it does have a picture disc, but I'm not going to pull it out for the sake of time. So Peace of Mind. Power Slave, this is a reissue, this is 2014 reissue. Live After Death, the reissue. Fantastic again, gatefold, etc. Somewhere in Time. This is an original pressing this is the Japanese original pressing, which basically came with a whole bunch of goodies. It's in mint condition, has everything, comes with a 7-inch single where you get audio interviews with the band. It has a poster, it has a sticker, it has a booklet, it has lyric sheets, the works. So that's 1986, this one. Just check. Yeah, this is the reissue of Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. That one there is an original from 1988 of Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. And just in case you're wondering, that is my favourite Iron Maiden album, Seventh Son. Because as I say, that was my entry point into Iron Maiden, I guess. And the memories and all that stuff. And plus, I just love the album. Next up on vinyl is Dance of Death. This was in my first ever VCLT from Jim Davies, this one. Superb gift. A really good album, this, actually. I do like some of the songs on here. Doesn't get as much love either, this one, but yeah, there's some classic tracks on it. Dance of Death. Matter of Life and Death reissue. Had to get this one vinyl as well, because this is another album that I really love, and it's quite special to me for being that one that brought me back into metal. It's a fabulous album, I just love it. And also, because I love it so much, the artwork, I had to get this on vinyl as well. Somewhere Back in Time, the best. And I think what's different to this is that a couple of the tracks on here are live versions versus the album version on the CD. and it's also picture discs as well. But yeah, really good stuff. And the last one I've got was this recent acquisition at the record fair, is the bootleg Ghost of Canada, which is a live EP with about 5 tracks. See, there is 6 listed, but the intro is really a track. So yeah, it's an unofficial, which has The Wicker Man, Ghost of the Navigator, Wrathchild, Dance of Death, and The Reincarnation of Benjamin Brieg. So that's my Maiden collection at the moment. As I say, it's not complete. Favourite is Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Second favourite, Somewhere in Time. Third favourite, Power Slave. And I think I'll probably put number 4, Peace of Mind, and then maybe, I don't know, it's so hard with Iron Maiden, it's so hard. But yeah, so that is my Iron Maiden collection as it is, and I'll end it on that note because it's already 20 minutes. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye just now.